Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is PartyPD, and welcome to one of our first videos within our new World of Warcraft series. As many of you know, the pre-patch has finally arrived, where a lot of things have changed for a lot of classes. For instance, the Paladins now have their auras back, but we'll uncover everything that changed for a lot of characters in different videos. Our first video of the whole entire series is how do you become a guide, and where do you do it? What is the system that you need to go through in order to do this? So the first thing you have to do is you have to be either in Stormwind or you have to be in Orgrimmar, where the Orgrimmar embassy is, as well as the Alliance embassy. The person you go to talk to in the Alliance embassy is known as Celeste Periwinkle. She is, I believe, over near the campfire at the front entrance of our embassy, where the Hordes is to the left of the entry of the embassy. There are specific things that you need to do in order to end up becoming a guide, which are, some of them are quite arduous tasks in comparison to the other ones. The first thing you have to do is that the guiding hero has to be level 50. That's not entirely too difficult, as no doubt a lot of people have a lot of heroes that are around that same sort of scenario, that are no doubt already level 50. The second thing that is most likely a little bit more complicated for people is completing 300 quests, which is an achievement that you will have to have in order to do this. Now, this does not mean the daily quests, nor the world quests, this means your normal quests. Now, as you can see here, I only completed this about 4 years ago, and especially since World of Warcraft has this crunch now, where a lot of quests are going to be negated by the fact that campaigns are decreasing, it'll be much harder for a newer character to end up getting these 300 quests completed in order to become a guide. So most likely they targeted this around older players, so that way they can become a guide for newer players, up until those new players get this 300 quests completed scenario. And then the next thing, which is more difficult than others, is having one of 5 various achievements. The first one is Terrific Trio. This one entitles that you need to have at least maximum level with 3 different classes, and this I only achieved today. Basically, the main scenario at this is that I have one Horde toon that is also a Paladin. The problem is with me is that I play strictly Paladins. So some of my few classes are only level 50 because one was a Demon Hunter and one was a Death Knight. In which case they were both brought down to level 50, where my Demon Hunter was only at 118, I believe, and my DK was at level 74. So with this change that pushed everything down to quote-unquote max level, a lot of people will have classes that are considered quote-unquote max level at this point in time. The next one, which is the more difficult one, is the Rival Battle. I believe it's this, actually. The next one is Rival Battle. Earn the Rival title in the Arena season. Yeah, earn the rank of Rival during Battle of Azeroth Season 4. Now, as you could see, I don't do a lot of PvP. In fact, all of my achievements in PvP are very, very rare achievements. At one point in time, I was doing PvP, which was back in the Cataclysm point. Unfortunately, I am no longer doing that, as there are a lot of new PvP things that look very cute out there. So that is one of the ones that you will end up trying to go for if you want to become a guide. That way you can guide people in the PvP world. Next is the Battle for Azeroth Keystone achievement. So here's the Battle for Azeroth Keymaster achievement. Now this one is actually not the exact one that you need. This is the Keystone Conqueror one that you're looking for. And as you can see here, you basically just need the one that entitles the fact that you've done all of them, because this is just the mastery one. There's a lot more that you're going to have to do in order to get this one, because it's complete all Battle of Azeroth Season 4 Mythic Dungeons at level 10. This is just one at 15. Why it doesn't show me the full Keystone Conqueror achievement, I don't know. But most likely it is an extension of this achievement that's not listed due to something weird, which I don't quite understand. I think it's because the season for it is over. The next one, which is easier for a lot of currently active raiders, is the Waking Dream. The Waking Dream is an achievement entitling the fact that you have killed both the Carapace of N'Zoth, as well as... Okay, this is not actually the achievement. I don't know why it's leading me the achievements, but here we are. Basically, this one entitles that you need to have killed the Carapace of N'Zoth and N'Zoth the Corruptor himself. This one's a little bit easier to achieve for newer players, and for older players coming in to attempt to make this guiding system. That way they can teach people how to raid. Of course, I used to be a raid leader back in the old days, so this is a way that I was able to do this. The last, and certainly not the least, as this is another moderately easy one, is we have the technology. What this one entitles is basically you need to research all items in the Titanic Research Archive, which is the research point at which you can do the horrific visions. And in doing so, you then achieve the ability to become a guide. You need at least 2 of those 5 achievements that I described in order to become a guide. So as soon as you become a guide, go up to your respective personality and go over to become a guide. And as you can see here, it says join the newcomer chat /4 as a guide. Help newcomers by answering questions and giving tips. So what you will do then is that you are here now in this newcomer chat. Whether or not the chat comes up and stays is the big question. But here's the biggest thing about becoming a guide, is that you will have a big old flag on top of your head whenever you are teaching somebody. In the newcomer chat, newcomers are indicated by a Murloc icon, and guides indicated by a green flag. This green flag will allow you... There you go, actually, that's the green flag right there. This green flag will allow you to stand out as a guide for those newer players. And since World of Warcraft is going through this now level crunch, it is no doubt that there will be a lot of new players. And the reason I wanted to talk about this in particular was because new players will definitely fuel the fires that is World of Warcraft. A lot of people will be coming back and will no doubt need your assistance. Not just me, you. That's right, that warlock over there, or that hunter, or that priest, that demon hunter, that shaman player. Everybody will need help coming into this next expansion. So besides the chat indicators in the newcomer chat, guides and newcomers can be identified with each other in the world. Guides will have a green flag upon their heads, like we've already talked about, while newcomers will have the Murloc heads. Only guides can see the Murloc items, and only newcomers can see the green flags. And the way that you would end up leaving this guiding system is that you would then go back to your person within your respective alliance race. For our instance, obviously, it would be going back to Celeste Periwinkle, and for the Horde, going back to Alea Pathleader. And the way that you would end up doing so is that you would then click back on your prospective leader and then click on Stop Guiding. This will allow you to leave the newcomer channel, and nothing is a problem. You do not suffer from leaving the newcomer channel, and you do not have any suffering from doing that over and over and over again. I'm sure that Blizzard will be moderately annoyed after you just doing this over and over again, as the game is only fresh as of today in the guide system. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Party PD with your video on how to become a guide and what exactly will a guide actually be able to do for the goodness of World of Warcraft. A guide in World of Warcraft is going to be very important, as we are basically resetting World of Warcraft with this level crunch. There will be a lot of players coming back in hopes of learning how to play the game all over again. So, by all means, go and sign up to be a guide today, and help your new World of Warcraft player enter the World of Warcraft. Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching this World of Warcraft video. Make sure you stay tuned, as eventually we will release more tutorial-based things coming out in the release of Shadowlands. I play a lot of World of Warcraft already, so it only made sense to start making content in the game that I spend a lot of time in. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, as it is one of my more recent and fewer videos, quote unquote. And eventually the quality of these videos will improve as I continue to make them. So I hope you enjoyed. This is Party Petey signing off, and I will see you in the World of Warcraft.